Greetings, 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 Royal Family. Thanks for clicking on the video. Did you miss me? And welcome back. All right, so Wendy Williams, she actually recently revealed the name of the individual who R-worded her back in the late 80s, violated her. When she sat down with the Daily News for an interview. You know, Wendy is doing a lot of press because she has her Wendy Williams movie, her biopic, coming out on Lifetime, as well as the Wendy Williams documentary, also coming out on Lifetime, premiering the same day. So she's doing a lot of press, and there are a lot of things that are coming up in the movie, and people are asking her about it, right? So Wendy Williams revealed the name of the individual, and now his wife, his widow, is wanting to know why the heck is Wendy revealing this information now? This happened over 20 years ago. Why now? All right, so let's get into this article from thedailynews.com. Now, in an interview that she did Wednesday with the Daily News, Wendy opened up about the alleged date violation, okay, you know, certain words we can't say here, that occurred early in her career as a radio jock in Washington, D.C. She revealed that the late R&B crooner Sherrick was the one that violated her. So she says his name was Sherrick and he was a one-hit wonder. Remember the song? It was called Just Call, and it was #1 on the R&B charts and an overnight sensation. This is what Wendy is telling, you know, the Daily News. She said, he was in D.C. I was a cute little radio DJ. He'd asked me if I wanted to accompany him to his album release celebration in D.C., and I said yes. She said that she got off the air and she went back to his hotel room, you know, with him. Now, she also said that he wanted to shower and freshen up, and, you know, he introduced some booger sugar into the scene. Now, she was already familiar with that booger sugar, so she said that she continued to party in the hotel room, you know, while he was in the shower, and she says she was sitting on the bed, you know, minding her own business. Now, Wendy Williams talked about this violation in her memoir that she did like 20 years ago. I think it was either 2000, 2001. And she is also going to be incorporating this violation into her biopic. And I'm a little shocked by that, right? I mean, yes, it was in the book. She never revealed who it was. She said it was someone in the music industry, if you remember her book, and she also said it was an R&B singer, but she never said the name. So she's deciding to put this incident into her movie. And I think that she should. Why not? It's her story to tell, like she's always been saying. So she said that she's going to be talking about it also in the documentary. And she said the individual that's going to play the violator, his character's name is Ricky Tony in the film. Okay. Woo! Wow. In a tear-filled, somber tone documentary, Wendy fights back tears as she recounts the incident. She says, I left after that and went home and scrubbed my skin off, cried, and that was that. She said that she never told anyone and she just handled it, and that's it. Now, at one point, the documentary interviewer probed Wendy to name her violator before cutting to break. So this is all going to be in the documentary. So Wendy says, you want me to tell you his name? It's my story to tell, and I know I can say his name, but I'll let him breathe because he was a one-hit wonder. Now, Williams didn't realize that Sherrick had went on home, wherever he at, back in 1999. She filmed this documentary in last fall, so she didn't even realize that he was out of here. So she says, thank God I am not dead or diseased. She said, if anything, it made me more focused and determined to move on with my life. Williams told the Daily News, you know what? She said, you know, he did what he did. I didn't think that his name was that important because, first of all, while doing that documentary, and also simultaneously, you know, thinking about what parts of my life I was going to show regarding the movie, I couldn't believe my good fortune. So his name really didn't even matter, but I'll never forget his name. And, you know, and now that she think about it, she says that she's still on TV and his kids and their kids and their kids are going to have to deal with that. She says, I was R-word by Sherrick. Now, most of you are probably like, who the heck is Sherrick? He was a former member of the Motown group Cagney. Okay, this was in the late 80s. Sherrick is his name, and his real name was F. Lamont Smith. So what he ended up doing, he left the group and he branched out into a little solo career, and he was featured on the soundtrack to one of my favorite movies, The Last Dragon. Anyway, as a recording artist on Warner Brothers Record during the 1980s, he enjoyed success as a radio sensation with the song Just Call, which made it to the top 10 on the Billboard R&B single charts. The Sacramento, California native also had a moderate hit with a cover rendition, of Baby I'm For Real, recorded by the Originals in the late 60s, blah, blah, blah. Now, after a substance abuse battle, I'm getting so tongue-tied because I want to get to the next article. Sherrick reportedly died January 22nd, 1999, at the age of 41 of unknown causes. He's survived by his widow, filmmaker Lynne Conner Smith. That's the one that's saying, why is Wendy speaking out now? And he also has 3 children. Now, when asked about how the devastating experience relates to the Me Too movement nearly 3 decades later, Wendy says that she doesn't see the connection. She said, and as far as the Me Too movement, it wasn't a Me Too thing, she said, adding that the movement wasn't invented during that period. She said that she drew eerie from Bill Cosby after first dishing about his extramarital exploits on radio airways. I'll share my thoughts until the end. So Wendy says, when I talked about Bill and all the women, and no one believed me, not the public and not certainly my bosses at 98.7 KISS FM. I mean, I guess I've been a bit of a conversation starter all of my career. So when people start to do similar and the same things, yada, yada, she just says thank you. Anyway, so Wendy Williams always talks about, people's business. And it's really interesting because a lot of the things that Wendy talked about back like in the early 2000s, years later, it's coming to fruition. A lot of people thought that Wendy's just a liar, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so in the movie, you're going to see her revisit some of the toughest times, including her own struggles with substance abuse, multiple miscarriages, an ill-fated affair with hip-hop legend Eric B., and her disastrous divorce from longtime husband Kevin Hunter. All right, so now that you understand where this is all coming from, okay, what she said and what she did, let's move into this article via page 6. So Sherrick's widow responds to Wendy Williams' allegations. Why now? First of all, you coming all wrong, ma'am. That whole why now question, not a good idea. So Sherrick's widow, Lynne Conner Smith, is breaking her silence on Wendy Williams' assault allegations against her late husband. Ahead of the release of her biopic, Wendy Williams, the movie, the talk show host alleged in a panel discussion with reporters that Sherrick violated her years ago before they went to a party together, according to People. But Smith, that's the wife, told Page 6 that Williams should let Sherrick, quote, rest in peace, as the man she loves is not here to defend himself. Sherrick was a beautiful man, a genius with a voice like an angel. This is what Smith said to Page 6 today, Thursday. We have 3 amazing children. This is quite painful to not only us, but his nieces and siblings. The soulful R&B singer died in 1999. During the panel discussion, Williams claimed that Sherrick, quote unquote, mesmerized her with his twinkling eyes. He flipped the interview around to where he was interviewing me. I was just gaga over this man. Smith's family, meanwhile, said in a separate statement to Page 6 that the man that others knew as Sherrick passed away 21 years ago and was loved and adored by his family, and they miss him every day. As she said that she will never minimize or dismiss the horrid actions of any sort of sexual assault. I am saddened that Miss Williams feels the need to publicly make these allegations when the man she is accusing is no longer on this earth to defend himself. Our family does not know Miss Williams and are not aware of any relationship or encounter they may have had. Now, Mrs. Smith, the widow, is questioning the timing of Wendy's remarks. She says, why would Wendy not call the police if it were true? Oh, people like this really chap my ass. Pardon my language. She goes on to say, why did she go out with him? We have questions too. The film producer added that Williams waited 25 to 30 years to speak up when she, quote, tells the truth as a career. It's hard to believe, she said. Why now? Williams' biopic is set to be released on Lifetime on January 30th, as I said before, and will reportedly feature the incident. Smith was married. Listen to this now, the man. Listen to this. Smith was married to Sherrick, the woman, Lynne, from 1993 until his passing in 1999. She told Page Six that Williams never reached out to Sherrick's family. Williams' representative did not immediately return a request for comment. Why the hell would Wendy Williams reach out to your family, ma'am? First of all, this incident happened in, 89, 88? You married the man in 1993. Ooh, this really chaps my biscuits when people, why didn't you just go to the police? Why now? See, now I am sure that this widow lady, right, doesn't want to hear anything bad about her late husband, especially from a media powerhouse like Wendy, right? I'm sure she doesn't want to hear anything. See, here's the thing. In my opinion, my opinions are my own. I think folks should be very careful when it comes to defending their loved ones, family, friends, whatever, because when someone is not in your presence, okay, you don't know what they do, okay? Also, if she wasn't with this man when this alleged incident occurred, you don't know what he used to do. So what do you, I don't understand. But again, she has every right to, I guess, defend the husband that she feels that she had. You know, it is her choice to speak out, but Wendy was never asking anyone to have her back when she was revealing this. She's telling her story. And as far as the why now, like I hear people say this often. If someone is a victim, right? I feel, again, my opinion, you can share yours in the comment. I feel that they can speak about any offense against them whenever the hell they want to, even if it's on their deathbed. I feel like there's no time limit when you can and cannot speak about something, regardless of how long ago it happened. Because when someone is violated, you don't know how they will or will not process these things. I just feel like no one has the right to tell someone that hey, it happened X amount of years ago. It's almost like saying, get over it. You know what I mean? Now, Wendy may be messy. If you follow my channel for a while, you know how I feel about Wendy. Wendy can be messy. She can be a little crude, inappropriate at times, yada, yada, right? But in all the years that I have been listening to and watching Wendy Williams, this woman, I'm not saying that she is a liar. I'm not saying that she is a liar or isn't a liar. You know what I mean? She's never been proven to be a liar. I'm just saying a lot of things that Wendy talked about years ago, like she said about, Heathcliff Huxtable. When she talked about that on the radio, people were saying that she's a liar. She's crazy. Fast forward years with a Z later. I'm just saying, look at what's happening, So also, this is not the first time that Wendy, kind of talked about this. She just never put a name on it. She was very vague, in her book. She just said it was an R&B, popular R&B singer. So she's talked about this before. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling the whole why now, and Wendy is somebody who claims to tell the truth for a living. Why didn't she say this? I just don't feel that anyone has the right to tell someone who's been violated how, when, where they can speak out. You feel me? I mean, it is what it is. She suppressed this, and that could be why the substance abuse came back and was heavy. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Um, it's always easy for us to say what they would, what we would do if we were in someone's situation. So I mean, you know, yeah, I wasn't really feeling the widow saying that. I really wasn't. She should have just kept her mouth shut. And again, why would Wendy Williams reach out to you? What is there to say? She never reached out to our family. Why? Okay, why didn't he come clean about it? You talking about Wendy saying, "Oh well, she shouldn't." Why now? Why didn't the man come clean about it? He knew that he had children before he left this earth, right? So why didn't he come clean to his children? If even if not the public, why didn't he come clean to his wife and his children so they wouldn't be blindsided by this? So quite frankly, you should be pissed off at your late husband and not Wendy Williams, and leave Wendy alone. How you doing? Now I have a question. Do you think that Wendy Williams has every right to reveal this 20 something odd, or however many almost 30 whatever years later? Do you think that she has the right to reveal this? I say yes. If Wendy was on her deathbed and revealed it then, who the heck am I to say anything? So Mrs. Smith, you really should humble yourself, and I'm pretty sure that you're upset and you have every right to, but Wendy is not your enemy, honey. And I know for a fact that Wendy is not going to respond to this woman. Okay? All right, Royal Family. So I am signing off. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and share your thoughts. I can't wait to read your comments on this. This is a little bit long, but I wanted to give all the detail and put everything into context and read everything so you have a full understanding of how this came about. Signing off, Royal Family. As always, until next time, peace.